My extracurricular activities, I have so many. I have attended. I have played basketball, chess for 6 years, basketball for 2 years, and for 2 years. I have played national for chess and stood third in international rating part of 1000 to 1200. And I also have an international
So what
rating.
was this tournament? Chess
So
tournament?
it was
Who conducted and where was it held?
so it was conducted in Jaipur at World Trade Park. It was FIDE rated tournament.
It was FIDE.
FIDE rated.
FIDE organized it or FIDE? Who conducted it?
So
FIDE is basically Federation of Chess wala hai.
so it was approved by FIDE rated.
Okay. Acha, FIDE rated you said. All
Yes,
right.
sir. So
Right.
and it was conducted by authorities who conduct various tournaments in all over India. And so in that I stood third in my category of 1000 to 1200 rating category, and now I have a rating of 1400.
You stood third, and you said your international rating was between 1000 to 2000.
1200.
1200.
Yes, sir.
So how did you get to know that this is my international rating?
So actually, I was unrated. Like I don't have any rating, but for you to open a rating, you have to play a federated tournament, in which you have to defeat a person who have a rating.
Okay.
So I have got my rating when I was playing in Udaipur,
Udaipur.
and in that I stood first in all over Rajasthan. There was category that best player of Rajasthan. It was all people came all over India. It has different categories, so I stood first in unrated best player of Rajasthan.
And who is the FIDE rated guy whom you defeated, and then you came into this category?
So actually, it was my last round of the tournament, and it was my opponent had a rating around 1280. So it was around 3 hours or 4 hours match, and it was the last match was concluding, and the results was awaiting because of my. And later in last, I was my opponent get a mistake because he was elderly person. So it was, according to me, it was difficult for him from concentrating for too much long. Because of that reason, he made a
So he
blunder,
made
and I.
mistakes. So he made mistakes,
Yes, sir.
and you could win.
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. So he was FIDE rated.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And talking about my friends, I have many friends. Like my first best friend is Ayush Joshi. He is with me from since class first, and
Who?
Ayush Joshi. He is since.
Your namesake.
Yes. And the second one is Tane Nevar. He is with me from class 8th.
Who?
Tane Nevar.
Tane.
Tane. And the third of my best friend is Arsh Khan. He is also with me from class 8th. And the fourth one is Harsh Agarwal. He is also with me from class 8th.
All right. Okay. What are your friends doing now currently?
So actually, three of my friends are preparing for BTech examination, and two of them have taken applied for admission in colleges, and one is preparing for BITSET.
All right.
And they also, one of them is has to go in police, so he's preparing for that.
RPSC
Yes,
or UPSC?
so RPSC.
RPSC. All right. Okay. Right. Anything left?
So about my hobbies, I think.
Hobbies I didn't ask you. I said hobbies we will talk later.
Okay.
First we are talking about education and related activities.
Okay, so I think.
You have major achievements in cultural activities. You didn't mention anything
Yes,
about that.
my major, they were, as I passed class 10th, we have, in class 11th, we have different clubs to join. So I joined science club, in which we have activities all over the year. And in that, in class 11th, I become the junior executive, and in class 12th, I become the senior executive. We have conducted many activities, like we have conducted activities for class 8th, 9th and 10th, like we are preparing quiz, we are preparing they am giving them to prepare a model, we have science model, in which we have bring the chief guests from different different school, like St. Xavier's Senior Nevta, we have second branch, we have called the
I know Nirta.
yes, sir. We have called the chief guest from there. We have put a cash prize money also for first, second, third, from with the help of our teachers and our vice principal. We have also conducted science club activities, which is an inter-school event, in which I was conducting the debate, and I was anchoring, and the topics we have given about AI in science. AI is helping in science or reducing our activity, our work life in science.
All right. So that was the debate.
Yes, sir. We have
And-
given the topics.
And you didn't take part in the debate. You were more in conduct part,
Yes, sir.
organizing.
Yes, sir. We have
Debate.
We have also conducted scavenger hunt.
What is that?
It is a we have given clues about them. Something they have to. It is a type of. We have given clues and they have to reach the final conclusion from the clues what they have concluded, and we have
So what do you call this event?
scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt.
They have to find the clues. We have given the first clue and they have to find 8 clues. With the help of first clue, they will find second clue, then third clue.
That leads to the next.
Yes.
But what is a scavenger?
So scavenger is an animal which used to eat dead animals, which eats dead animal
You can name some of the scavengers.
like eagle, vulture. These
All right. Okay.
they have
And
to find, and
what about hyena? You-
so hyena is also
Hyena is also. Normally, hyena will try and locate where the tiger has made a kill, and when the tiger head is filled and he goes away, then hyenas will come. All right. Okay. Right. So scavenger. Right. Okay. So you organize all these activities.
yes. I also took part. We also have a event. We have also invited from different schools for their events, because we had made a model on solar plant and how renewable energy, practical working model, and in that we stood first.
Okay.
I also take part in different culture activities, like we have 2 culture activities like Madhukar Malviya and drama for class 12th only. So in our class stood first in that. And we have taken the theme like we have making it around the boys again is the dowry system and the boy child or female infanticide, like that. Because of that theme, we have stood first. We also took part we are categorized in different houses. We have given appointed as different houses like reds, golds, greens and blues. So I was in reds house. So our major activity was Madhukar Malve. In that, our house to perform dance, classical dance and both western dance, music and drama. So I held in drama and dance part, which type of dance they should be doing, and half of the part I have anchored the event.
And do you take part also in one of these activities, or you are only doing organizing and anchoring?
So I was doing organizing and anchoring because I don't have that much good in dance and drama. So
All right. Fine. You mentioned in your PIQ form that you were appointed the school captain,
school prefect.
school prefect. So, as a school prefect, what is it that you were required to do? What were your responsibilities?
So actually we are appointed as school prefect to maintain the disciplinary in the senior school. Like we have to look after the various activities that are organizing. We have swimming meet, we have basketball events.
So, again, organizing
Yes, sir.
and discipline also.
Yes, sir. We have to maintain the discipline whether there is everything's okay. If not okay, we have to proceed to our vice principal and ask for the help, or if we are not able to.
So, describe me one of the problems you faced. as a school captain in managing discipline of your class, seniors?
So, so we were having a school swimming meet. In there, it was also based on the house. Your house has to perform well.
Inter-house.
Inter-house. So, sir, in that we were organizing, we were maintaining the scores. What were the scores and who are the participants? Is there actually? So, sir, there were few participants who were from different houses and taking part in, like, we can. Who he was from Gold's house, but he was playing from the Blues house.
How can they do that?
So, but we have taken actions against the house and deducted. There were few things were going on. We asked the vice principal what action should we take against this. So he said you have to deduct the marks for the house who are doing like this and look after the check and look after ID cards whether they are only Blues
Yeah.
house, only Reds house. So that was the phase when we were facing difficulties because houses there is a in last there is a total points from all activities, culture and
So normally you see all boys will work for their house, will participate for their house, and they will have very little interest to go and participate from other house because everybody take pride in getting their house first in a particular event. So how is it that somebody being from red house participating in the team of blue house, ये कैसे हुआ?
so actually our school appoints our houses in class 6th and when we are in class 12th our company changes sometime and because of that our friends told our friend is in different house and they told come in our house and let's take our house to good path. Because of that this is the main reason and there is some issue.
Okay, all right. Okay. Fine. So that is that. So you have been generally behind the scene, organizing and anchoring various events. All right. Okay. So let's get back to your academic performance. Academically, you have done okay, not very great. Class 11 marks came down to just about 60%, and in class 12, 78% is just respectable, not very great. So, what is the reason? Tell me why you could not fare better, or you think this is the best that you could have done?
So I think that I have done better than this because in class 11th as soon there were different exposure we were given. There were various activities were conducted, various clubs were given. Like we have around 12 clubs in our school. So I urged to join every club, but it was not possible. So I used to do some work from.
So, you had 12 clubs in your school, and
Yes.
you had an urge to join all the 12, or
Because
somebody was prompting you to join them, like your teachers or.
so not teachers, but I myself because I when see my seniors, they are doing so many things. They are taking part in different activities and they are enjoying. So I thought it will be easier to me for me to maintain such and between my education and both. But in class 11th, I was not able to. Then I reduced my activities in class 12th because it was my boards. So I thought that I have to reduce my activities and now focus on boards.
Okay, all right, okay. But still 78% is not very great. Tell me your marks in PCM.
So in maths, I have scored 78 marks,
70.
8 out of 100. And in chemistry, I have scored 76. And in physics, I have scored 66.
Physics is the lowest.
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, right. But then your JE ranking is not so bad. 90 percentile is not bad.
Yes, in JEE, in physics, I was not able to perform that much, but because of maths and chemistry, it
You
was,
could score better.
yes, sir.
So, have you got any counseling from one of the engineering colleges with your 90 percentile?
So actually, my rank is around 1,50,000 all over India, due to which I am not able to getting any NITs or
Yeah,
triple ITs.
NITs is not possible.
So I have applied for different colleges like Nirma University, which is in
Yeah.
and I'm also applying for REAP counseling, which is being conducting
Nirma and
Nirma and Deep Counseling of Rajasthan.
Rajasthan. So counseling will take place, and then all right, okay.
And I also given Comet K exam, which is a state exam of Karnataka.
Yeah.
Comet K examination, in which my rank is around 21,000. And because of that, I am getting a college in Bangalore also.
Okay. All right, okay. And alternative career options, you said you will do BTech, but what subjects you have in mind for your BTech?
So I have thought to do BTech in civil engineering.
Civil engineering.
Yes, sir.
So that is normally not in keeping with the trend today. Today everybody wants to join or take computer science, do something in AI. You are thinking about civil engineering. Why civil engineering?
Sir, because I have seen that there is not much practical work in computer science stream. And in civil engineering, it is all about practical work. And I have also done some research about civil engineering, that I can, if I am not further, like in fourth or third year, I am not getting much interest, I can do different courses which are related to like CAD, computer aided design, which also help in civil engineering.
I know.
So I have thought of doing that course also.
Okay. All right. Fine. Right. So that is that. Now, when it comes to games and sports, you did talk about chess. Chess is an indoor game. It's not a outdoor activity. You are a army candidate, TS. So I wish you had taken part in some outdoor sports events also. You mentioned about basketball and swimming. So tell me, what were your events in swimming? What kind of style that you have, and at what level did you take part in any competition? Basketball and swimming both.
So in swimming, I have taken part in inter-house event in which I have done a backstroke and freestyle.
Okay.
In backstroke, I have stood third, and I have taken part only once in the inter-house and play and do it swimming for only 2 years. Then I joined basketball for 2 years.
Okay.
And in basketball, I haven't played any such events.
You didn't play even inter-house?
No, sir.
You just played.
I just play.
All right. Okay. And then I find you little overweight. So what makes you overweight?
So actually, I also have some interest in cooking.
Cooking.
Yes, sir. Actually, by seeing my mother, I thought actually because I'm little type of foodie. She used to make some different dishes, new dishes she used to try. Because seeing her, I also get some interest, and the type of she food makes was also tasty. Earlier, I was around 80 kgs in my 10th class. Then I thought it is overweight, and I am preparing for India. I have to prepare. So because of that, I thought I have to eat less and focus on my diet. And now I am focusing.
So all mothers cook excellent meals. What is it that are your favorite meals? What is it that you said you are a foodie? So what kind of things that you are fond of?
So I am actually fond of spicy food. She used to make different kind, like she used to make biryani, and she also used to make pav bhajis and different type of pizzas she used to try at her home. She also tries different type of uh, food, like she used to make mixed vegetable fruit. She also make fruit cream, and in winters she used to make laddus and halwa, like dal.
Alright, okay. So normally winters mein generally you have heavier diets like laddus and halwa and gajar ka halwa and things like that. Okay. So one should be little guarded. One must intake of food should be commensurate with the calories that you are actually burning. Alright, okay. So that is the reason for your right. You told me about your friends. You have a good circle of friends, primarily from your school.
Yes, sir.
And you told me what they plan to do. But let's say if I happen to meet one of your friends, Ayush, your namesake,
Yes.
and ask him, describe your good friend Ayush Chaudhary. Describe means Tell me, what are the good qualities which you appreciate in Ayush, and which are those few things about Ayush you don't like? So, what do you think your friend Ayush will tell me?
So, from his side, he will be saying that Ayush has much more confidence and much more energy to take part in different things he saw. He also have some kind of confidence because he always used to lead whenever he used to lead his class, and further he always take guide the friends, because in different activities, like he was also joining different clubs, but because of such few reasons he was not, but I helped him how to cope up with his um, extra activities, how to do better. And the thing he don't like about me, that he thought that I have to uh, give much attention to my studies rather than these activities, because he was good scorer in every class.
He was doing better than you in academics,
Yes, sir.
and he wanted you also to do equally well
Well,
in your studies. So that is the kind of, you know, desire he had for you, that you should also do equally well in your academics. That is not a dislike. That is some kind of a advice to you from your friend Ayush. Dislike means, is there anything that he didn't like about your nature, habits?
no, sir. Actually, I think there is nothing dislike, because he is since class first. For some reason that he has saw something good in me. Our vibe should be matching. That's why we are till now friends.
Alright, okay. So he is the class topper.
No, sir, it was not a class topper, but he used to do well, like around 85 to 90% he used to score.
Alright, okay, fine. And now, if I ask you to look back at your school years that you spent from class 6th, or which class did you take admission in St. Xavier's?
In class first.
First, first to 12,
Yes.
12 years. So, what do you think are the most memorable moments of your 12 years at St. Xavier's? Tell me two of them.
So first, the memorable incident was like RT in class third. There, I was remembered that once I was getting ill, and I was having a pain in my ears and head, so I was not feeling so much well. And the teacher, at that time my cousin sister was also used to study in that school, so my teacher know me, so he was very helping to me, like others. They were he was She was paying much attention to each student, used to take care whether everyone is fine. At that time, he took me to the sick room and informed my parents, and my parents were out of station that time. So she take the job to call my cousin's sister and to look after me. So I think that her humble nature is first of all my memorable. I have not seen since then such kind of humble nature from any teacher. And from second event that I have performed for in class 8th, I have gone for our school. I was playing chess tournament which was in Nija Modi school. At that time our school didn't pay any attention towards the chess. It was not much popular at that time. But I asked my sports teacher to that if we are getting invitation for such events, so we should make a team for it and go for it, because at that time there were few classmates also that used to play chess tournaments. So I thought it will be better for representing for our school, but our vice principal was not agreeing. But our sports teacher helped convinced him, but he said that only this time I am sending. So we go there, and our school stood second. So after that,
So he was happy.
so our vice principal thought that I will be not winning any prize. So after that, they are regularly he used to send in CBSE tournaments also.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, Ayush. Now let's talk about your family. Right. I know that Father is an advocate, mother is a teacher. What are the subjects he's teaching?
English.
English, okay. Right, okay. And then you have a elder brother who happens to be your twin. And what is he doing?
So actually he's preparing for NEET. He has taken a drop. This year he has cleared his.
तो नीट का एग्जाम अभी हो गया ना, तो
Yes, sir,
become
but he
quite
has not
controversial.
qualified.
Huh?
He has not qualified.
He didn't qualify, so he'll reappear.
Reappear. He will next year.
All right, okay. So tell me, how do you spend your time at home? I understand one of the activities is cooking. So does cooking take some of your time, or that is left to mother?
So
And what are the other activities that you do being at home? Describe me those activities. Tell me, in your family, whom are you close to? When you have a problem, who is the person you will go to for help or advice? Okay? And then tell me how much pocket money or what kind of pocket money that you get and how do you spend it?
So in home, I am not much engaged in cooking. I sometimes in a week, once in a week, I used to cook like some sandwiches and coffee. I have to make. I make and I spend my time mostly with my brother. We spend most of the time. We talk to each other. We discuss some topics as he was with me. He was only 1 minute elder than me, so we were having good company with each other. Also, sir, we used to.
He was also in the same school?
Yes, sir. And also, sir, we used to. He was also chess player. So at home, we also used to play, and we also play crickets in a nearby garden.
Yeah.
And we also spend our time with our grandparents also.
They are staying with you?
Yes, sir. We used to like my grandfather is much engaged in gardening, so I also learned some skills from him, like how we have a small garden in our home. So he planted so many trees and so many plants, and like rose and mango tree, ashok tree, neem, many much more. He used to tell me what kind of how you used to plant rose from the stem, cutting it from the one stem and then it will grow itself. He also the style of watering the plants, like he told me that like you have to maintain you also maintain the health of the plant by not saying positive things to him, because of he thought that if you are having a good nature, you are staying with the plant, plant will also grow faster and be healthy. So, and my grandmother, we used to play some board games and also spend time with talking to her how she spent the time in a young age, how he used to ship.
So what were the grandparents doing? Grandfather, what was he doing earlier when he was?
So he was a
working?
retired commissioner in income tax department.
He was in income tax department. Okay.
And so my grandmother was a homemaker, and I used to ask them about their how they spent their time when they were small, of our age also. And I also spend my time with my parents sometime, like at night when they are free from their job after cooking. I also spend with their talking about how I spend my day, how I'm doing my studies. They also used to keep a check on me. So this I used to keep it. I used to spend time with my parents. And
So that is fine. So do you remember what about pocket money? Get any
yes, sir.
fixed pocket money or as needed they'll give you?
Yes, sir. My parents give me 1,000 rupees per month, and because they always taught me to save money, because saving money is earning money, they thought. And I used to save 50% of my pocket money. Like I was used to get 1,000 rupees, I saved 500 rupees, and I used to spend 500 in my different.
So you have a bank account?
Yes, sir. Now I have a bank account.
So how much money you have accumulated? Savings?
So actually, I have saving of around 2 lakhs around
2
in
lakhs?
my yeah.
I must go and check my bank account how much money I have. I don't think I have 2 lakhs rupees.
So it was since I was born, they were used to keep some amount of money on my behalf. and they used to take put.
So it's a good amount of money. What do you plan to do with 2 lakh rupees?
So I have not any idea to how to spend, but I will think to spend in my if in my college fees or something like that. I will need a laptop, different type of things I will need needed when I will be joining college or going to be NDA.
Maybe you may have to buy a good laptop when you join college. Okay, right. Okay, right. So cast your mind back and tell me, after class 8, any particular occasion when your parents were a little upset or annoyed with you?
So not after even till they were disappointed for my result after seeing my result of class 11th, because they thought that I will be going only they were they thought that I am a good and I will be score around 80 or 75. They never thought of below that.
Ah,
They were shocked when they see, and they asked me to
so I can understand. You performed, you know, quite poorly. 60% is not a very good percentage. So they would have been quite disappointed with your performance in class 11. All right, okay. Any other occasion?
so I think they are not other occasions they are disappointed with. They are always happy that I have always engaged in activities and help them and help my friends also. So this was the
All right, okay. Best advice you got from your grandfather and then from your mother?
best advice from my grandfather, that he said that you have to do, whether you are doing, you have to do, always do your work good. You have not to make anything bad impression on others. Always be a good person. You have to, because it will be paying off in future, helping in you in your building up successful future. He used to, and since now he also is saying that if you are doing well, it will be paying, you will be get your um, like he
All
said.
right. So that is what grandfather's advice is. Be a good person. And mother?
So my mother said that you have all, you are perfect in all things, but you have to do much more better in your studies, because further your education will be with you. Because of that basis you will be judged in future. So
All right. Your elder brother, he is better than you in academics, or
yes, he is better than me.
he is better than you? Yeah. So what was his percentage in class 12?
In class 12th, sir, his percentage was around 84%.
84. All right, okay. So, generally, both the brothers arrived at this more or less together. So, what is it for which sometime there is difference of opinion, or there is some kind of, you know, bad feelings for each other? For what? If it develops sometime, if it happens.
So, as such, we don't have any bad feelings for each other. There are few misunderstandings, like he said this to him without telling me. Like I have my different opinions. So every person have different opinions. He thought that my opinions are much more better. He thought that his opinions are good than me. But for his
Opinion about what?
like we have also played chess and different activities we have done together, like we also done swimming both together, and even in debate competition we were in same class, uh, not in same class, but class 12 sections were different, but there in school our teachers used to tell that both the have some, but their opinions differ from each other. Like one is telling to do this, like other have interest in this. Like we have small fights on based on like something he has done like this, he is not listening to me, no other, like that's how we are having nature, but we are always helping hand towards each other as such.
Okay, I know that. All right, okay, Ayush. Let's move on to your hobbies. And you mentioned about running, gardening, of course, playing chess, watching movies are your hobbies. So, tell me, running is your hobby. How much do you run, and in what time? Okay. Also, Uh, Gardening, you already described. You are doing gardening with your grandfather and watching movies. What kind of movies that you have been watching? And tell me a couple of memorable movies that you remember. All right. Also, tell me, do you like to read sometime in your spare time other than your textbooks? So you can let me know the books that you have read, right? And how do you make use of your mobile, and what are your favorite programs on the TV?
So from my hobbies, like I mentioned, I like watching movies. So I like watching movies that are based on real stories. Like I have watched Kashmir Files and Kerala Story. I have also watched a biopic like Oppenheimer, which has recently came. I have also watched Sam Bahadur. These kinds of movies I like to watch.
Yeah, okay.
And running, I used to run around 4 to 5 kilometers every day, and I used to complete it in 24 minutes to 25 minutes, based on whether I'm running 5 kilometers or 4. And so, as such, I don't watch any TV shows, but I used to see sports like cricket and kabaddi, which I used to stream on online platforms. Also, so um, in mobile, I used to not much engage in mobile phones. I am not much active on social media handles. I used to read. I'm using mobile for my only education and talking to my close ones and my friends. This is how I spend time on mobile. My screen time is also around 50 minutes a day, 50 or around 40 minutes, not much. And I have read few books, which is of Devdutt Patnaik. That was around
Devdutt Patnaik. Okay. Which are the books that you read from Devdutt Patnaik?
the two books I have read, that the boys who fought, which is related to Mahabharat, and the girls who choose, as and also Fun in Devlok, which is fiction.
Just a minute. So Devdutt Patnaik. Which are the books you mentioned?
The boys who fought.
The boys who.
It is based on Mahabharat.
Okay.
He wrote it. And one fiction book also, Fun in Devlok. He also wrote.
Again by the same author.
Yes, sir. And after that, now I used to read some newspapers and magazines. Like I used to keep myself that what is happening. Uh,
Okay. So generally, to be aware as to what is happening around you. So what is happening around you? Newspaper, magazines. What do they? What do you like to read in that?
so I read sports section and the world, what is happening around the world. Like we can current affairs. It helped me. Also in some magazines I used to read about the. Now I have to choose.
Which are the magazines that you like to read?
I used to read magazines like Competition Success, in which education, some kind of education, it was containing.
Competition Success Review.
Yes,
There's a current affairs magazine.
yes,
You are
sir.
talking about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. And being on current affairs, you can tell me what is
So
happening in the.
recent,
You can tell me some important international events, some national events.
so recently nationally elections are held in India.
Yeah.
So I have read about it, which party. So in India, the oath ceremony has concluded. PM is again PM Narendra Modi, and I have read about finance minister and foreign minister are same like before. And for international news, I have read about there is war going between Israel and Hamas war, and also Ukraine and uh, Russia war. I have been read about that, and in past few days it's been week. I thought the um, prime minister of Iran has died because of helicopter crash. So now the vice
What
president
was his
is.
name?
So I'm not recalling right now, but I will be telling you
All right,
when I will.
okay. Right, okay. So now what is happening in Iran? President died along with foreign minister. Both were returning from Azerbaijan, and on the way their helicopter crashed. But now what is happening? That is almost about, say, almost about 25 days now, or
Yes.
20 25 days.
So after that, the vice president took over.
All right, okay. Vice President is taking over.
And so there is a news that tells that Iran is indirectly providing support to Hamas by giving them.
Yeah, that is okay. But now what is happening? Vice President, he is not permanent president of Iran. So what's happening now? Are they in the process of electing a new president, or vice president will continue?
So I have not read about.
You haven't read about this. Okay. All right.
Much.
What else you said?
Sir, please can you repeat?
What else in current affairs that you can tell me?
So I have know about that NATO has some changes in its policies, providing sufficient weapons to Ukraine. Earlier, they were taught Ukraine was Ukraine was told by the USA that you will be not using your weapons or again uh, beyond the Russia's boundary. And now when Russia has gained its momentum and gaining around 7 to 9 villages he has gained, and one main city he has occupied. So USA change is in his policies that now because you are not uh, you are pushing back, Russia is pushing back, you can use, we have changed policy, you can use weapons against Russia. And also there was a meeting held by NATO members when World War II on, it was around 80th.
All right, okay, fine. And all right, okay, so that is fine. Tell me now, where do you think you still need to work on to improve? Which are the areas you think you need to further improve?
So according to me, I have to improve in my, firstly I have to improve in my education, because it will be it will be seen by everyone, it will be helping in my further. So there are few subjects like in physics I am not able to perform well. It is a main weakness of me, but I am working, and I will be doing well in my further. And I am also doing some studies of history, geography, also studying for my ND examination, which is going to occur in September. I am also studying about that. As such, along with studies, besides studies, there is nothing I have to improve, I thought.
All right, okay. So, except for studies, you don't think there are any other areas where you need to improve?
Yes.
All right, okay. Now, what do you think about your sports activities? You played chess, all right, okay, but chess is more of an indoor game. Basketball you played, but not any competition. Swimming, fine. But you know the games that you will be playing in the army, like volleyball, football, hockey, basketball. These games you are not excelling.
The main reason for me for not excelling in these kind of sports is because from class 9th and 10th, it was COVID time, and we were at home, we were not allowed to go out. So I was not able to join. In class 11th I joined various cultural activities of my school. Because of that reason I not able to join any sport. And in class 12th, when my marks was not good, so I thought I had to reduce. And now I am thinking to join some activities, like I will be joining basketball, which is basketball coaching near me. And I thought that I will be doing some, it will help me in physical maintaining my physical health also. So
All right, okay, fine. And generally, when we talk about current affairs, generally you are talking about the current affairs that we covered here in the class yesterday.
yes.
So, where are you showing your knowledge of current affairs?
So actually, I have prepared from last 2 to 3 days, but yesterday I was not thoughting. I thought it will be lecturate, but I also prepared topic for CS Citizenship Amendment. I have read about it. I have also read about human trafficking. I used to read upon different topics and used to do researches on them.
So, current affairs is another area you can think of working on and improving. All right, okay.
Yes, sir.
So, Ayush, you know, last almost about an hour we have been talking. Mainly, I have been asking you, and you have been answering. Is there anything that you'd like to ask?
Um, no, sir.
All right, okay. So, thank you. So, generally, your interview has been good, right? Okay, and we'll talk about it. We'll have a feedback sometime later in coming days, right? Okay. You are here now.
Yes,
You are not